The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
And good morning, everyone. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO FM in Jesup 105.5 on your FM dial. Butch Hubbard here with you, along with Bob Morgan. It is a Tuesday morning, the 18th day of June. World famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Mike Burks Ford in Blackshear, also by the Women's Health Center in downtown Jesup and Murphy Builder Supply in downtown Jesup. Good morning, Bob. How you doing?
I'm good.
All right, we've got a guest on the line with us right now. Bob, go ahead and introduce our guest, and let's get started with the interview.
Again, the big event's coming up on June 22nd, a Saturday here at JC Stadium. Former Yellow Jacket, now NFL player T.Y. McGill on the phone. T.Y., how you doing?
Hey, what's up, Bob? I'm doing great, man.
I'm doing good. Like I said, I know these kids are excited about this camp. It took place last year, a big crowd on hand. Tell us a little bit about the camp, what else is going to take place, and what kind of ages you're looking for.
The camp ages from 8 to 12 years old. 8 to 18. I'm sorry about that. Is where the camp ranges. And, I mean, we're just coming out, man, just giving the kids the opportunity to, you know, boys and girls to come out and learn and develop skills, you know. It's more of a skills challenge camp more so than it is just like a regular football camp, you know, because these skills that we're teaching can carry over to every sport. You know, it's not just football. It's basketball, there's baseball, there's soccer, you know, softball. Like all the drills that we're doing take place. You know, it helps for the other sports.
And this is a free camp, is that right?
Yes, sir. Totally free. There's going to be food and drink there. You know, all that is free. And I just want to thank everybody that's involved, from Jordan Lohman. She's the head of USA Football, the Touchdown Club in Holly Lane. I'd like to thank Coach Cribbs and his coaching staff for helping, and Rich Meat, Walmart, Chad Burt, the Edwin Jackson 53 Foundation, the Bridge the Gap Foundation, and also the Wayne County Fire Department.
Again, this was... I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, just wanted to just thank everybody that was helping, and yeah.
I was just going to say it was a huge success last year. I know it'll be a big success again this year. Kids look forward to it. You going to bring any other players with you from your playing days in the NFL?
Well, no, not. I don't have anybody. Participating with me this year. Maybe next year. You know, just kind of gotta get into it with some guys, and, you know, hit them on the early rise. Being that this is the off season, you know, it's kind of hard to get them to come out, you know, when everybody's taking trips and on vacations and things like that. One thing that I forgot to mention as well, Bob, after the camp, we have from, let's say, 12 to 4 to 5 o'clock, we basically just have a fun day, you know, basically just going to unwind from the camp after all the competing and running around, and we're just going to cool off with some water slides and some bounce houses and, you know, different games and fun like that as well.
Sounds good. Again, most people from Wayne County know your playing career. You know you went in, but they've got listeners from all over the area. So just want to talk a little bit about your career again. You graduated from NC State, you got drafted, you kind of bounced around, but you've been able to survive and get from team to team. Now you're with a pretty good team, the LA Chargers. Your outlook for this upcoming season?
Let's go back. Definitely came from NC State. But I think the big part that, you know, has kind of confused a lot of people as to why I've been bouncing around is because I wasn't drafted. You know, I took one of the hardest roads that you can take to get into this NFL thing. I was a tryout guy, you know, back in 2015. I was a 3-day tryout, you know, tryout free agent, went into Seattle, you know, did what I had to do, and I've been on the 53-man roster ever since then, you know. So it's been a blessing just to be able to, you know, not only take the hard road in, you know, but still succeed, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, see guys that was in your draft class that, you know, went first, second round, and some of those guys are either like not playing in the NFL or, you know, they're playing in another league besides that. But it's just been a total blessing though.
Again, you've been able to stay in the league. like I said, you started with Seattle, then you went to Indy, Cleveland, Kansas City, now the Chargers. Any one coach that you feel had an impression or made an impact on your career thus far?
Tell you what, I mean, I probably just have to say, just initially, just the Seattle Seahawks, because Pete Carroll and that organization, those guys gave me my first opportunity. They gave me my first real shot at even getting this far in the league. So I definitely appreciate that. And being on the Chargers now, with Anthony Lynn, I was there the first 6 weeks of the season. Then I found out, going to week 6, that they was bringing their starting D tackle back, which kind of bumped me down and allowed me to be released. So I was released at 6 weeks there, and before I was released, Anthony Lynn came down here. Coach told me that, look, man, you know how the game goes. It's a numbers thing. We have to bring this guy back in, but we will come back and get you. This came from the head coach, and within those 2 or 3 weeks of being in Philly, they really came back and got me. So I thank that organization for just staying true to their word and giving me an opportunity to go through the OTAs and the mini camp and the off-season workout program with the Chargers.
And the Chargers got a good organization, but knows Phillip Rivers. I had the chance to meet him a couple of years ago at the Super Bowl. Seems like a good guy. What's it like lining up against him every day in practice?
Man, Phillip's a great dude, man. Wolfpack brother. We both went to NC State. So is Justin Jones as well, number 93. But yeah, man, just being on the team with Phillip, man, is just his love, man. He's a well-rounded guy. Great locker room guy. He keeps everybody laughing. He's probably one of the most lax quarterback that I've been around.
So he's a good leader then, huh?
No doubt about it.
Well, again, it's good that you're giving back to the community. As I said, last year, I still hear comments from kids that went to it last year. They had a great time, and they're looking forward to it again this year. The fact that it's free is a great thing for these kids to be able to just come out there, have a great time, get to be around you, and learn some skills, as you mentioned. What time will it begin that Saturday, June 22nd?
So going back on the registration, so registration closes this Wednesday, which is today. Registration, tomorrow. Yeah, registration closes on Wednesday. So with that being said, you have the third option. If you haven't registered, you can just come up, between 7 and 7:30, and you sign a few waivers and get registered that way. So there is a third option to get registered. But we're planning to kick everything off at 8 o'clock, and from 8 to noon is going to be, we're gonna line everybody up, put the kids in correct order from ages, and then we're going to just get after it, man. We're going to be out there competing against each other, but we're also going to be competing against ourselves. That's going to be the biggest focal point of the camp, is just to compete against yourself and make yourself better. I feel like as humans, we get caught up in the sense of we got to outshine the next man or the next woman, which in reality, you just got to be better than you were the day before. And I think with that mentality, it goes a long way. I really had to realize that coming into this NFL thing, that I do have to, outperform the guy in front of me, but I can't outperform anybody if I'm not getting better on a daily, so that's going to be one of the main focal points. Just be better than the person that you were before you stepped on the field.
I'm curious, you've been with all these different teams. Where are you living in the off season?
I'm actually in my home right now. I'm in Duluth, Georgia, up in Johns Creek. I'll say 35, 40 minutes from the city of Atlanta. So I'm northeast of the city.
Okay. Well, again, we'll look forward to the camps. Anyway, like I said, registration that morning on that Saturday, but how do they register early? Is there a form, or how do they get it?
Two ways. The first option is just to register online at account.usafootball.com/events/316 is the first way. And then the second option, which I think is, the easier option, is to email Jordan Holloman at usafootball.com. And and then just include the full name, the ages of T-shirts, and the size of the T-shirt size of the athlete. And the only reason that is because I know last year that it was a lot simpler than it was this year, and it's just something that the USA football program, they decided to do registration different this year. So it really was only one option, but Jordan and I came up with 3 different options just to make sure that everybody can find a way to register. And like I say, nevertheless, you still can walk up and register by 7:30. So from 7 to 7:30 on the day of the camp. So
where's the camp going to be held?
It's at JC Stadium.
At JC Stadium. And if someone couldn't remember all what you just said about how to get in contact, what can they Google that will lead it to them?
Well, it's not really much they can Google. They can actually click on several of the links, that I've been posting leading up to the camp. But I would say if you don't want to, if you can't get 1 or 2, you just pull up. You pull up and be there. Meet me there. Well, beat me there. Don't meet me there at 7 o'clock, and we can get everything taken care of then.
Okay. I didn't know if they could just Google your name or the camp or something like that and it would lead them to one of the links.
Yeah, I mean, I wish it was that easy, but for some reason, USA football decided to do things a little different this year, to find a way to actually keep up with who all is participating in these camps. And because it's more than just my camp that USA football helps. Like, USA football has camps all over the country every year. So it's just a different way to keep those statistics together and, I guess see who all is participating in the camps and things like that.
So it's going to be this Saturday at JC Stadium from what time to what time?
Yeah, this Saturday at JC Stadium from 8 to 12, and from 12 to 4 is basically when we're going to unwind and just do the water slides and eat, have fun. The fire department is going to be there with, the fire trucks spraying kids like they were last year. So, yeah, and we're going to have more water slides than we did last year as well. So I'm pumped. I'm excited. I woke up this morning, took me a nice shower, got a cup of coffee just to talk to you guys about it. Man, I'm pumped, man. I can't wait.
Okay.
I can't wait.
McGill, you said that the camp is free, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
And it's for all athletes, just not football players. Is that correct?
Yeah, for all athletes, boys and girls. It's like I said earlier. You can play softball, you can play, soccer, and you're still going to benefit from this camp. And the reason I say that is just the drills that we're going through. It's going to be there's going to be 8 stations of just straight drill work, and it's from backpedaling to running over bags to shuffling in and out of bags to a lot of drills. Like all that is similar to any sport. It's feet movement. It's consistent on your feet. In and out of breaks. Stopping and starting on the dime. Just all this is relative to every sport that you play, not just football.
And the ages of, once again, for the camp? 8 to 18, what'd you say?
18. Yeah, 8 to 18.
8 to 18. All right. Bob?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, again, it was a very successful event last year. Look forward to it again this Saturday. Look forward to seeing you. And again, wish you nothing but success in your career. And we'll see you Saturday at the camp.
I appreciate that, Bob and Butch, man. I definitely appreciate you guys having me on the air, man. Means a lot. Just want to say thank you for everybody that has registered and that is, that's going to be a walk-up or might register today. I really appreciate all you guys' support. And let's just come out, man, and let's just have fun, man. I'm excited. I hope you guys that are participating is going to be excited as I am because I'm bringing it. So let's go, baby.
It's going to be good to have you back home there, McGill.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Look forward to the camp.
All right.
Take care. Bob? You call him T.Y.?
It's T.Y. McGill.
T.Y. McGill. All right. I knew the last name. I looked at his ID there, and it was like Tyrone, something like that, but we was known as T.Y. McGill. Played for Wayne County High School a few years back, and now I guess he's with the L.A. Chargers. Is that correct? Playing defensive lineman?
Defensive lineman, defensive tackle. Yep.
There you go.
Good kid.
Okay. So I'm getting some feedback there. I'm trying to figure out where that's coming from. All right. All right, 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio. And why am I getting so much feedback here? Oh, Bob's headphones. There we go. That got it. All right. I think that got it. Did that get it? That get it? Yeah, that got it. All right, 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO, world famous Butch and Bob Show for this Tuesday morning. It is the 18th day of June. And Bob, I see this big poster in front of you right here. A big event coming up there in Scriven for their 4th of July. Always their biggest event in Scriven every year.
I had the mayor in yesterday talking about the big event. Again, mark the date on your calendars. Friday, Saturday, they're going to have a 2-day event this year. Friday, they got a gospel sing with Heartfelt Quartet at 7 on that Friday night. And Saturday, the local band Second Chance will be the entertainment. But they've got all types of activities all day long, getting underway at 11 with a classic car show, burnout competition, Gina's Gems at 5, Corky Sykes Karate at 6, and the fireworks later that night after the band plays. So 2-day event this year in Scriven, Friday and Saturday, June 28th and 29th.
So 28th and 29th. So before 4th of July now, folks. Before 4th of July, the 28th and 29th, with the fireworks on the 29th, correct?
That's
on that Saturday.
Saturday night.
Okay. Probably go off around 9, I imagine, as usual. 9:29, 9:15, when it's dark. And so get out there and just have some fun in Scriven. They've made some changes in the last couple of years to the event, and it's really been good. Enjoyed it. Hold on a second. 105.5 FM in Jesup, Big Dog Country Radio, WIFO. Bob, anything on your mind this morning? What's happening?
Just happy about all these all-star teams rolling. 7 out of 8 have qualified for state, 4 championships already, 2 runner-ups, and a chance for a 5th title today with the midgets. So they should win it today at 10 over Glen. So it's been a good summer thus far. I'm happy for all these kids going to state.
Yeah. And so we'll be broadcasting the midgets game this morning at 10 a.m. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Who are they playing?
Glen County.
Glen County. Okay.
And we're going to have all the girls' teams in on Thursdays, Butch and Bob Show, all the boys' teams in on Fridays. So you get to meet all these kids, hear from them as they're all excited to go on to state.
So Thursday and Friday we'll have all these kids in. So a bunch of kids in here on Thursday and Friday on the world famous Butch and Bob Show.
All the girls' teams on Thursday, all the boys' teams on Friday.
Okay.
And 7 teams headed to state.
17. Wow. And they're all age groups, I imagine?
Starts from 8 and under up to 14 under. So far, the 4 district titles are junior boys, 8 and under girls, 10 under girls, 12 and under girls. Runner-ups are the Mike boys and the 14 and under girls. And again, a chance for a 5th district title today with the midget boys, which should be a 5th district title.
Okay.
I don't see them losing to Glen County.
You don't, huh?
No.
Okay. All right. Someone just texted in. Remember, you can always text questions or comments into us at 912-427-3711. Somebody just texted in. Blood drive at Calvary Baptist Church Gym yesterday was a complete success. See, they said their goal was 39 units, and they had 42 pints of blood, thanks to all who helped. It's good to see when they get over their goal, Bob.
I said there's blood drives are important, especially during the summertime months. So, it was a big success.
Okay. All right. Anything going on with the county government since the last time we talked? Any new information, any insights, updates?
Waiting on the audit.
Waiting on the audit.
Should be in by the end of the month.
Okay. So we're just sitting back waiting for the number crunchers to do their job, huh?
Be interesting. It's kind of an interesting story. You got 2 commissioners saying the administrator broke the law, and the other 3 are quiet as church mouses. So
okay.
I'll wait and see what happens.
Okay. All right. And that had to do with some transfer of funds from one department to another or something like that. I can't remember.
Prairie laid it all out in a 7-minute statement.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll keep on top of that and see what's happening with that situation there. Everything fine with the city right now?
They got plenty of money.
City just perking right along, City of Jesup?
It's interesting, it'd be interesting when the city and county gets together on T-splosh. They have to have these joint meetings that they just don't want to have. I said they had a county the Friday morning at the airport. Engineer Bill Schumann said, look, we need to have the city here. We got dual projects. There's no sense overlapping projects.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, should we meet with the city? He says, I strongly recommend it. The mayor of Odom and Scriven need to be there as well.
Right.
But for some reason we can't get these joint. They still have the joint meeting on the animal control ordinance.
Still
kind of sad.
Still nothing in animal control.
You know, you got two government agencies won't even get together and sit down and have a meeting. It's kind of sad. But
that is very sad when
that's
you
where
have.
we're at.
Because all of them are working for the citizens of Wayne County.
You would think.
Yeah.
But, you know, these issues need to be addressed jointly, but they don't seem to want to meet.
Okay. They're doing the people's work.
Move on to a different topic.
All right. School board. What's going on in the school board right now? Anything?
School board's just trying to get ready for all their projects. You know, they got all these projects, you know, all these summer projects going on.
Have they started with anything with
They haven't started with James E. Bacon yet. No, but like I said, there's a lot of maintenance work going on. These different, you know, every school has a wish list and they send it in and they do these projects, and the maintenance staff is extremely busy. I know I'm in there one day, they were working on the gym. You know, they had like 10 or 12 people in there working
Which gym was this?
The high school gymnasium. So,
Okay.
so they're working, but I said they were still waiting on. They said they don't want to start the James E. Bacon project until they get all the state funding.
Right.
I said they think it's going to be either later this month or early July before they start that project. But haven't heard when they're going to start the track project yet.
Haven't heard anything about it yet?
Haven't heard anything on that.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll get updates on that. On the T-Splosh situation, did they mention any areas that they're looking at in terms of they want to improve?
They gave a priority list.
They did?
Had that on news.
Okay, so they've got a priority list, but that's the county, right?
That's the county's wish list. But
Right.
And talked to the idea director, Dale Keith. The number one project they have on the T-Splosh list is the Sunset Boulevard. They got to find a way to widen Sunset Boulevard. There's too many trucks on there, and I think in the interview with Dale Keith, there's 180 major trucks on that road every day, and they're trying to get that alleviated.
Yeah, well, you got Great Southern Wood. You've got there's three big ones there. I can't. EAM, and then the one that makes the cat litter. What is the name of that? And so you've got those three. I'm not sure if there's any other ones that are there, but I know those three right there. There's a lot of trucks that run in and out.
Healthy Pet out there.
Healthy Pet's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, the cat litter.
It's just, you know, that was, I don't have my, I had the story yesterday, but they listed the priorities. I gave 1 through 5, but I can't recall them off the top of my head.
So they're wanting to 4-lane it from one side of Sunset to the other side of Sunset.
I don't know if they said 4. They just, I can't remember. I got it in there. If you want to listen to Dale Keith, you can just type them in, Dale Keith, and listen to it.
Okay. All right.
Played it yesterday.
Well, that's where Sunset goes to. I guess if you wanted to, you could go all the way over to Highway 341, but that would be quite a process, 4-lane, you know, past Burger King and the old Kmart shopping center and all the way down. It could be done. There's room on the left-hand side to go all the way down. But then once you get into where the apartments are and the James E. Bacon, you might have some situations in there. So I don't know. But that'd be quite a process there. But of course, that would relieve some of the congestion there on Sunset Boulevard with all those trucks running in and out, and also help improve the industrial park that's there. I know the goal is expand the industrial park out there, or expand to start with the industrial project out there on Highway 341 South. But still, we do have that one there that has got 3 industry there that does good business. Matter of fact, EAM, if you take a look at it, they're adding a lot onto the back. There's a lot of steel beams up there, foundation, so they're growing. EAM is growing to meet their customers' needs. And it's good to see that. It's good to see industry that's already in the county growing and adding on.
A lot was discussed about the industrial park. I said they want to expand that, improve that.
So getting that gas line out there, talking about the one out there on 341 South, looking for that first tenant out there, right?
The gas line's supposed to be in, I think, I think he said either late June or July. But the gas line should be in the next couple of months, I believe he said.
Okay. Someone just texted in and said the city commission has been asking to meet publicly with the county commission for over a year. I'm not sure who texted that in. There's no name.
I don't know if it's been over a year, but the mayor, Keith, told me it's at least been 6 months.
Okay.
Like I said, we talked to the mayor after that, and the county had that animal control meeting and talked about possibly starting their own animal control, and they came up with that story about the city threatened 6 months ago to pull out, but never heard that in a public meeting. So talked to the mayor, and the mayor told me personally that he's been trying to set up a meeting for 6 months and has not been able to get that meeting set up.
Okay.
And then it was frustrating to sit the T-SPLOS meeting with just the county there, not the city, and the engineer is sitting there thinking, why isn't the city here? And I was thinking the same thing. There's no sense.
I thought Bill worked for the city.
There's no sense overlapping the projects. They need to get together and have make sure they're not having separate lists. I mean, they both have to have separate lists, but there's no sense putting the same project on.
Why didn't they meet together? Doesn't Bill work for the city, or is he freelance?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
I mean, I just know he had the most true. I mean, when he said, "Why isn't when are you going to meet with the city?" I was like, "Duh, where's the city at?"
Right.
And then somebody says, "You think we need to meet with the city?" He said, "I believe his comment was, I believe would be very important or crucial."
Well, Sunset goes through some city limits, right?
Just as I said, it's just frustrating to understand why there's not joint meetings between the city and county governments when all these things are intertwined. Okay. It's one county. The city's part of the county.
Right.
But for some reason, the two boards don't want to meet.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I don't know either, Bob. You think they would, but I don't know. They're doing the people's work.
I just know it doesn't make sense. If you have these issues that have to be discussed, you can't have one body discussing it without the other body there.
Okay. Well, when I go by the high school every single morning, I see the athletes out there dressed out in their T-shirts and gym shorts. Looks like they're getting ready to go for maybe a jog or something like that, or a run, and get ready to pump iron. A lot of those athletes up there early on weekday mornings, getting ready for the upcoming football season, and of course other events coming up this fall.
They've been up there every day.
Yep, every day. How long would the state playoffs go with recreation all-star teams? Do they go for like the next 2 or 3 weeks, or
end of the month?
End of
the state's the 25th to the 28th.
Okay, so by the end of June it'll be over with.
It's all over with by the end of June.
The kids will get about a month rest there, and then school begins. I think the 8th or somewhere along there of August, and you're back to the 2019-2020 season.
The district swim meets the 1st of July, and then they go to state meet after that. So they still have several more weeks. The Piranhas, they got a bunch of kids swimming.
Is state still over in Tifton?
I think it is.
Okay. Now, years ago it was in Carrollton, but it seems like Tifton's been hosting a lot lately. That's not near as far as to go, let me tell you.
More meets before the district event. I think the district event, they said was July 1st.
Okay.
The state's in like the 12th or 13th of July.
Okay. You know, that's pretty good that T.Y. McGill's coming down again. He was a great athlete here, defensive lineman for Wayne County, went to NC State, and now has played for several NFL teams on the L.A. Chargers. Great that he's coming back into town and giving back to the community with his free clinic on Saturday from 8 to 12 noon when you'll learn the skills, you'll break for lunch, and then you got an afternoon of just fun things of slides and other fun type stuff, and it's all free for kids ages 8 to 18, and it's for all sports, boys and girls.
There's a good crowd last year. I'm sure there's going to be a good crowd. The fact that it's free is just a great thing.
Oh, yeah.
Not charge anybody. Just come out there, have a good time. Like I said, after the camp, they have to water slides and just have a big day, and it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's good to see these athletes that have gone away and come back and do good for the community. We know the Wainwrights done that, a lot of things for Glenn County over there. Pitcher for the still for the Cardinals, right? And got McGill coming back in. So it's good to see athletes giving back to their hometown communities. Yeah. Wonder what got McGill moving up to Duluth, Georgia. Do you have any connections up that way? I was surprised when he said that. I mean, it's not like he's played for the Falcons or anything. So I guess maybe he just liked it up there or had family up there or something like that. Who knows? Maybe you can ask him on Saturday. Will you see him on Saturday?
I'll see him Saturday.
Okay. Well, good. Anything else going on this week other than that folks need to know about?
I said the Chambers got their Leadership Wayne graduation tonight. City Commissioners meet today at 5 o'clock in a call meeting.
Anything on their agenda that's reason why they're calling it? I know there's got to be something on there, but what, just a call meeting means we got to take care of some business before we meet again.
Got the second reading their budget.
Okay. And you said that there was a good get-together last night at the Strand Bistro for Congressman Betty Carter?
Tremendous crowd. Good crowd on hand last night. Good event. It's a nice place.
That is a nice place, folks. You need to go to the Strand Bistro. I was asking Ralph what he wanted me to put on his the ads that he's running, and he said, we've just got the wow factor here. And you do. When you go in there, you do say wow with the decor, the atmosphere, and the food, and the service and everything. It is the wow factor there at the Strand Bistro, located next to the Strand Theater on West Cherry Street in downtown Jesup.
They put out a nice spread last night. It was good.
Good. Congressman Carter doing fine?
Yep, just busy. Like I said, he's got opposition in both the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, so he's in full campaign mode. So
who's running against in the Republican side? Usually you don't have incumbents have opposition from their own party.
I don't know the man's name. He's from Savannah, so
okay.
I know.
All right, usually don't have that. All right, Bob, we're out of time here on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show. Have a good day. All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply, Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jesup. Also in downtown Jesup, the Women's Health Center, and by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear.
The world famous Butch and Bob Show.